Where you going? Oh shit! Reverse it!
We're Mathers on the Map, a family of 4 who recently bought this Navigator 4800 to cruise America's Great Loop, a 6,000 nautical mile journey along the eastern US and Canada. We're currently wrapping up our long list of boat projects so we can head south for the winter before starting the loop next year. Today checks off a big ticket item, finally upgrading our dinghy. Today we are getting a new dinghy, and it's not one that you'd expect. During the boat buying process, we were also looking at different dinghy options available because some of the boats that we were looking at did not have a dinghy included. However, the boat that we bought did come with a dinghy. So at first we were like, well, let's just test this out and see what our options are. But after testing it out and doing a few couple trips to a local beach where our marina is, we learned that we want something a little bit bigger for our family of 4. So today, I'm waiting for my dad to arrive, and he actually just arrived, to go down to the Annapolis Boat Show on the last day of the event to pick up our new dinghy. And I am so excited to share it with you guys. It's not a high field, it's not an inflatable, it's a rigid dinghy, and I think it's gonna be perfect for us. Ready to go to Annapolis?
Ready to go to Annapolis, man. Let's do it. Go have some fun.
All right, we have made it to Annapolis.
Yes, we have.
We will be entering the show shortly, and the big reveal of the dinghy will commence. Okay, we made it. If you were here for our boat show video, then you know we checked out the Mantus Dinghy right here, and we are taking this thing home. A rigid, non-inflatable, basically impossible to sink, and it's modular. There's a bunch of different components we have for this. Perfect for our kids. It's really deep, and we're just super excited to put this on our boat and have this be our main mode, our car, if you will, along the loop. So we are so stoked to be here, and really grateful to Mantus for partnering with us on this journey along the loop. Okay, we are enjoying the show now. And if I were you to come to the boat show, definitely come on Sunday. It's less crowded. Granted, there's football and church going on, and the weather's not as good, but it's definitely the day. Thursday was jam-packed. It's funny to think that just 6 years ago, we walked into the sailboat show for the very first time and totally in awe. I remember wandering through the catamarans, daydreaming about us living the sailboat life one day, trying to picture us in those spaces. But this year, those feelings were different. Those dreams and desires just aren't there anymore, and maybe we'll try sailing someday, but who really knows? With our limited experience on the water and 2 little ones in tow, that learning curve just feels way too steep. Maybe I'm wrong, but powerboating just seems like the right fit for us. And honestly, even though it felt like it took forever to buy our boat, I really do love its layout, and it works so well for our family. Anyway, enough rambling. It's just interesting how your dreams can shift over time, and how something that once felt like the goal can quietly stop being your dream at all. Okay, we saw 4 boats, the biggest catamarans that we can get on. We went on 1 monohull. Obviously, we're power boaters, so it's not really our speed, but that's okay. Now it's time to finally go get the dinghy. I think we're going this way, yeah. Yeah. And it's gonna be an adventure because we have to get the U-Haul, and then we gotta navigate these narrow roads in Annapolis and try and figure out how the heck we're gonna get this onto the trailer. And it started raining. It's windy today, so
Fun.
We'll see how it goes.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're doing it. Adding trailer towing to the resume here today.
Yes, look, you guys have done this before.
That was too easy. You guys be out in Virginia, all right?
Dude, that was good.
Wasn't that good? Yeah,
That was so good. Fortunately, the U-Haul we rented was the perfect size for the dinghy, and it fit like a glove. A big thanks to Philip and the Mantus team for helping us make this happen. Now, it was time to continue south and get this on our boat. Okay, pit stop. First time having Raisin Canes. So it's like chicken fingers and stuff here in Maryland.
We're gonna see if this Poppy approves or not.
Yeah, I was leaning Chipotle, but Poppy's not too big of a fan of non-chicken fingers or pizza or pasta.
Anything over 3rd grade level, oh well, sorry. That's my goal for next year.
Texas toast.
Oh, Texas toast.
Chicken tenders. French fries. Pretty simple.
Not bad.
It is 9:33. We left New Jersey at 10:30, so 11 hours, long day, but we made it. The dinghy is here. Dad and I are here.
Yeah.
It's time to go onto the boat, relax, and we'll take care of the dinghy in the morning. Okay, good morning, everyone. The day is a little gloomy, but it's not going to be too bad. We do have some wind. Hopefully we don't get any extreme gusts when we're lowering and hoisting the dinghy, but we're going to get going and get started here. First thing, drop the current dinghy down, and then we'll be shifting the boat to create space for the new dinghy, which we'll have to drop in. All right, first dinghy's down. Now it's time to unload the new dinghy off the truck, and we will see if we can get it into the water without using a ramp or anything. The only challenge that I see is the walkway onto this dock is narrow, so we're gonna have to lift the dinghy vertically or horizontally, I don't know which way, on its side basically, and maneuver it through. Worst case scenario, I think we could probably just push it and slide it. But
We got the wheels too, so
yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
wish us luck. Wish me luck.
It was now showtime. We had to swap out the dinghies and get our new Mantus Dinghy onto the boat. This new one is a little bit heavier than our older one, weighing about 220 pounds dry, and with a total wet weight of about 336 pounds with carrying a full tank and the 15 horsepower outboard. So we had to use some muscle and luckily had some help with our boat neighbors, and we were able to get it in the water. From there it was relatively easy, but before hoisting it up, we had to take the new dinghy for a spin. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to grab oil for the new Tohatsu, so we threw the 8 horsepower on from the old dinghy and went on our way. Let it rip with the 8 horsepower. Woo! Lean forward. I doubt we're gonna get on plane. That's full throttle right there. That's why we're getting a 15 horsepower. Alright, well, we tried.
Yeah, now you're on plane. So.
Yeah, now we're on plane. Next, it was installing the new engine and putting the crane to the test to see if it could lift this bad boy up. The crane's rated for 600 pounds, but you definitely don't want to max it out. However, our setup is just under 336 pounds when wet and should be well within the limit. We also had to store our old dinghy on the swim platform temporarily as we fixed the leak on the bottom and listed it for sale, which was a great experience selling it to other future loopers, Greg and Amy, who also have a YouTube channel, G&A Float. All right, this is Greg and Amy, G&A Float, G&A Float, guys.
Thank you, sir.
All right, man, have
See you in
fun.
the water, brother. Be safe.
All right, see ya. All right, we're out of here.
Alrighty.
Boat is going. Thank you for the help, sir.
You got it. My pleasure. Anytime. Fun.
Frank, if you're watching this, thank you for the help as well.
That's right, Frank.
I doubt you're watching it though, but it's okay.
And tell Bill we said appreciate his help too.
Yeah. Bill too, yeah.
Yeah.
And Bob.
And Bob.
A few weeks have gone by, but we're now back on the boat for Urbana's Oyster Fest. And with fresh oil in the new outboard, we were ready to take the whole family out for a spin. But since the engine's brand new, we do have to break it in, so we can't try and go fast to see how it performs, but it's still a great day to test out the boat's stability with 4 adults and 2 kids. Overall, we're really happy with the dinghy. The amount of space available is huge thanks to the lack of air tubes on this thing. With the 2 bench seats, everyone can face forward or backward for a nice stable ride. We took my parents to the little beach where we spent all September hanging out when we wanted to take a break from the boat projects. And then it was time for Taylor to take a spin on her own to get used to handling a tiller again.
Forward.
Yeah.
If I bump it, will we move?
Yeah, you will.
Okay, so I shouldn't bump it while we're still high. Test it out. Okay.
You can if you want, but you'll be fine. Why don't you bump it in reverse and get out, and then
We're gonna be right back.
and you play around with it, okay?
Okay, we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Hyatt.
Go to the bridge.
You're going. Other way.
Oh no, oh no.
Back more, you're neutral. Now turn it
I
left.
see how that thing works.
Okay, yeah, you're good. Forward. Push it. Turn it. There you go. Watch where you're going.
Oh shit!
Reverse it.
Big wide anything else.
Take your time, Cal. Stop throttling.
Alright.
Get used to turning.
I know, I'm not used to this one. This is why we wanted the console. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I forget about how to steer on this one until it's too late.
Taylor, practice steering in reverse too.
Yes.
Well, I think it's safe to say everyone had a little whiskey throttle back in their day, and this was Taylor's turn. She got the hang of it relatively quickly, and her and my mom went on for a nice little ride, and then it was me and my dad's turn. I can't wait to get our ground tackle gear upgraded with new chain, a new anchor, swivel, and a bridle. Then we'll be anchoring out and using this dinghy all the time as our little car on the water. Okay, successful mission completed. The dinghy is awesome. Quite an upgrade. And there's a lot of like hidden components that I didn't even realize. So we have the 15 Tohatsu on the back of it, but we upgraded it to a 20 with the new ECU, the 20 horsepower ECU, and we had to make a modification on I think one of the intakes. I'm not exactly sure. I was just following a YouTube video to do it. But we had the whole gang on here tonight or today, and everyone felt really stable and comfortable, and everyone was able to sit forward, which is really nice. We didn't have to sit on the tube, so that was a plus, especially with the kiddos, because the kids feel safe and secure, then everyone is in a better place. Let me give you a quick little tour of this thing with all of the hidden compartments and stuff, because it's sweet. So up in the bow here we have 3 storage bins. They're still wrapped in plastic, and they're going to stay in plastic so they don't get weathered. We have one all the way up in the bow and 2 on the side here. And then behind it, there's actually a locker for, let's see if I can pull this off actually. There's a locker in the hull. And I've seen people make modifications where they're running like chart plotters and stuff, and you can run everything in the hull itself just to make it a little bit cleaner. But I haven't had a chance to take these apart yet, and I don't think I'm going to for this video. We also have the bimini top, which is going to be awesome when it's really hot out and we're traveling in the dinghy with Logan and Wyatt, because sometimes it's a pain to get them to wear hats or keep their sunglasses on, so it'll be nice to keep them in the shade. And then this bench seat is removable too, so if you wanted to go like spearfishing or whatever and you wanted a nice big open space, it's completely modular, so you can take this apart and make your way and customize it however you want. And then midship here we have 2 storage lockers, one here as well. In there is actually our strap to step on if we were like going snorkeling or something. Just make life a little bit easier getting in. And then in the back we have a storage unit right in there, which I believe is for the battery, because there's an access for battery cables. And then the gas tank fits right underneath here, and it holds 6 gallons. And then you can connect it through a line that goes through the starboard side of the hull towards the back, towards the engine. So in terms of the engine, we have a pull start. I might be adding the alternator kit to it and throwing a battery in there so we can run like a little depth finder or like a little chart or something, just to make sure if we find any anchorage that isn't properly charted, then we can maybe drop the dinghy and go check it out and make sure it's the required depth. What else? We got the paddles on the side, so if you do run out of gas, you're not stranded, which is nice. Comes with a dinghy. And then the seats itself that I'm sitting on has like cup holders built in, as well as a rod holder. I use this for our selfie stick for the Insta360. So you got rod holders, cup holders, and then they were really clever when they thought about this. Yes, it's also a slot for your phone. So that was forward thinking on their end. So far we really like it. I think it's 200 pounds dry with no engine. So add a 15-20 horsepower engine, you're probably at like 330, 350 with fully wet, full gas tank, and maybe with all the storage bins filled up. So if your davit system can support that, then this could be a good option for you. If you're interested in getting one of these for yourself, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Yeah, this is it. This is our dinghy for the whole loop and beyond. Let me know if you have any questions. This is still really new to us, so we're testing it out. But so far so good. We're super excited. Thank you, Mantus. We're stoked to be a partner of yours.